get started on our backs. Feet flat. Close your eyes. Just take a moment. Finding your back nice and flat. And just breathing in through your nose. And then breathing out through your nose. Letting go of anything else that's on your mind, anything else going on. It's just you and your yoga practice. Nice big inhale through the nose and then nice big exhale out through the nose. Let's do that again. Inhale. And then exhale. And then let's bring our knees into our chest and just rock it side to side. Maybe rolling out your ankles a little bit. Maybe opening and closing your jaw. Maybe letting out some, open mouth exhales. Whatever your body's craving this morning. And then let's take our arms out to the side like a T. So your palms are up. Taking your feet like you're going to press something away with your feet. Using your abdominals. Big inhale here. As you exhale, let both of those knees drop to one side. Stretching your arms out and then looking over the opposite shoulder. And then inhale, coming to center, using your abdominal muscles. And then exhale, letting the knees fall to the other side. And then feeling that stretch. Keeping that breath. And then inhale, come back to center. And just grab onto your knees, giving that lower back a little more love. Maybe take one knee at a time, make it a little bit bigger. And then let's do that again. Taking those arms out, palms are up. Inhale here. As you exhale, drop both knees to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop those knees to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, grab those knees. And then this time, let's grab onto our thighs and let's just kind of give the spine a nice roll up. Let's take a few roll ups here. Maybe you kind of engage the core a little bit. Let go of your legs if that feels good. Maybe just rolling on your spine feels really good. Maybe take a little bit bigger. Take those toes maybe behind you a little bit. And then we're going to rock it up to tabletop. So I'm going to cross my ankles and then roll it up, plant my hands, and then step it back. I'm going to turn this way. Finding that tabletop. And let's just do some cat-cows here. So we're going to inhale, drop the belly. And then exhale, round it up, chin to chest. Feel that stretch. So make it nice and exaggerated. Inhale, drop the belly, lift up through the chest, and then exhale, round it up. So inhale, drop the belly. And then use that full exhale, round it up, hold it here. Bringing that chin to chest, maybe come up onto your fingertips. And just round it right here, feeling that stretch. And then flattening that back, finding that nice neutral tabletop. Take those knees out nice and wide, press it back, find a child's pose. So reaching your arms forward. And just take what you need here. Maybe it feels good to roll out your forehead. Maybe it feels good to open and close your hands. Just inviting that gentle movement. Take one more breath here, whatever you need right now. And then let's slowly make our way up to our tabletop. Nice, flat back. Finding that balance, let's go ahead and extend this right arm out. And then if that feels good, take your left leg. Finding your balance here. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Those left toes point down towards the ground. Now see what it feels like to inhale, bring this elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, round it up, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Finding your balance. And then dropping your right hand, let's go ahead and warm up those left yogi toes. So I'm just rolling on, I say yogi toes, you know, rolling up ankle, calf. And then bringing this leg up, bend your left leg. Like you're gonna press up the ceiling, right? Little leg. Now, can you extend your right arm out? Work a little bit of balance here. Option, you want to reach this arm behind. Can you find your foot? Getting a nice little quad stretch right here. And it's okay if you wobble and come down, come back up. Or maybe you're like, this doesn't feel comfortable. Let it go. You can come right back here. Always options. Using your breath, don't hold your breath. And then release wherever you are. Take those knees out nice and wide. Come back to that child's pose. And then let's inhale, come back up to that tabletop. Bring your knees in as we come to a nice up dog. So opening up the heart. So my knees are on the ground and I'm just going to lift up. Can you lift your chin up? Feel that stretch, right? And then exhale, come back to that child's pose. Take your knees out a little bit. And then inhale back to your tabletop. This time, extend your left arm out. And then extend your right leg. Can you evenly keep your weight on your right hand and your left knee? And then here we go. Inhale, bring this knee to elbow. Exhale, extend it long. Use that breath. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend. Holding it right here. And then planting your left hand down, let's go ahead and warm up our yogi toes on the right. So now evenly placing your weight through both hands and your left knee. Coming on to those right yogi toes, feeling that stretch through your ankle, your calf. And now on the inhale, bring this right leg back up. Now bend your knee like you're gonna lift something off the ceiling. Little donkey kick. Now reach that left arm out. Can you reach your left arm back, finding your right foot, like you're grabbing onto like shoelaces? Take a moment here. Can you evenly press your weight through that right hand and your left knee? Finding your balance. Again, if this doesn't feel good, let it go. Remember, you always have options. You can come back right here. Or you can try again. One more breath wherever you are. And then slowly release, coming to that tabletop. And then let's press it forward, nice up dog. Open up through the chest, the heart. Maybe you lift that chin. And then press it back, child's pose. Roll out your wrists. Open and close your hands. And then slowly, like a wave, come into that tabletop, curling your toes, finding your first downward facing dog. Pressing those hips up and back. Now evenly placing your weight through both hands and through both feet as you lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Bringing that heart closer to your thighs. Just feeling that length. Right head is down. It's energizing. And now let's slowly, one hand at a time, keep your knees bent. Walk it back to that forward fold. Now can you inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back, and then exhale, come into your forward fold. This time, inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring your arms with you into that extended mountain pose. And then exhale, hands just come down by your side. Take a moment here, spreading your fingers, spreading your toes, feeling nice and long. Let's move on. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive into that forward fold. This time, walking your hands out to your downward facing dog. Now, inhale, come into a plank. As you exhale, come onto the outsides of both feet. Nice side plank. So all I do is rotate on the outsides of my feet. And now I'm going to come back into that plank, back to my downward facing dog. Inhale, come back onto those toes, into your plank. Now rotate other side. So I'm rotating on the outside of my right and left leg, peeling open my left arm, holding that side plank. And then coming back to regular plank, and then press it back down dog. And now walk your hands back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to that mountain pose. Exhaling, bring your hands down by your side. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive into that forward fold. Inhale, walk it out to that down dog. Pressing your heels down. Inhale, into that plank, onto your yogi toes. Rotate to the outside of the left and right foot, peeling open your right arm. And then come back to your plank so you're on your toes. Press it back down dog. Use that breath. Inhale into your plank. Take to the other side. Exhale on the outside of your right and left foot. Peel open your left arm. And then come into your plank. Exhale, press it back down dog. Inhale, walk your hands back. Exhaling into that nice deep forward fold. And then inhale, reverse swan dive. Come up to that mountain pose. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Take a moment. Hands come to heart. Breathe it out. Let's go ahead and step this leg out. Coming into a nice horse pose. So dropping it down. And then let's bring those arms up. And then sink it down, bending your elbows. And let's just add a little bit of movement. Let's inhale, come on up. As you exhale, swoop it down, and then come on back up. Using that breath, bending your knees, come on down, using your arms, opening up the inner thighs. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, sink it down. And just bring those hands to heart center. Have a little fun. Maybe today you want a little bit more and you come up onto your toes. Sink it down. Maybe you bring your heels down. It's like you're sliding down a wall right here. Can you take your hands on your inner thighs? Now press your knees away. Let's drop our right shoulder. And then come on up. And then drop the left shoulder. And then come on up. Now this time, bringing your arms. Go ahead and straighten your legs. Now rotate your toes forward. So now you're in a star pose. And now exhale, give me a nice forward fold. Now yogi's choice here. Both your toes are forward. What feels good? Maybe plant your hands down in front of you and you bring your head closer to your yoga mat. Maybe you like to grab onto your ankles, bending your elbows. Just a nice stretch right here. Wherever you are, one more breath. What feels good? Can you feel that stretch? Can you bring the top of your head closer to the ground? And then on your next inhale, come on up, straighten your arms. Let's walk it out. So my hands are just right in front of me, so my back is nice and flat. And just now, press those hips back, walk your hands out farther, straighten your arms, and just feel that stretch. Nice deep stretch this morning. And then walking your hands back, we're gonna pivot. And we're gonna come to a nice low lunge. And I'm dropping my right knee. So your left leg is forward. Let's come on up. Reach it on up. Feel that stretch. And then exhale, give me a nice hamstring stretch right here. So I'm pressing my left hip back, right hip forward. Bringing that rib cage to that. You girls probably have a little more flexibility than me. I've got some tight hamstrings. So maybe you take this a little bit deeper. Give me one more breath here. Feel that stretch through your hamstring. Can you press your left hip back, right hip forward? And now inhale, release. Come on up to that low lunge. Bringing your arms with you. Give me a nice back bend. Protecting that lower back. It's like you're bending over a beach ball. And then taking your hands, framing your left foot. Can you come onto your right toes, those yogi toes? Take this left leg back. Three-legged dog, and then peel open that hip. So I'm squeezing my left heel towards my right glute, scorpion tail. And now bringing this left knee through, let's come on back up into that horse pose. Or goddess. And then let's add some movement. Let's bring those arms up. And then exhale, come on back down. Maybe your pinkies touch this time. It's like a sunflower. And then your thumbs touch at the top. Exhale, pinkies touch. Inhale, thumbs touch. Exhale, one more. Inhale, come on up. Find your thumbs to touch. Exhale, pinkies touch. Now inhale, arms come up. Rotate those toes forward. You're in a nice star pose. Exhale, forward fold. Grab onto those ankles. Bring that head closer to your thighs. Now, can you lean just slightly forward? We want to make sure that our glutes, our rear end, is not behind our heels. So then maybe you bring your hands to your mat. Kind of make like a shelf with your arms. Bringing that, like imagine the top of your forehead touching the ground. Just one breath here. And then inhale, straighten your arms. Now we're going to pivot. Now I'm on my right foot. So this right foot's forward, dropping this left knee. Toes come up. Nice low lunge. Now we're on the right side. Big inhale here. Exhale, press those hips back. Feel a nice stretch in your right hamstring now. Again, so I'm pressing my right hip back, left hip forward, leaning back. Again, you guys might have some more flexibility than me. You probably do. And as we exhale, you'll hear me take big deep breaths because I'm lengthening, I'm stretching this right leg. Keeping our hips square, right? Our right hip kind of wants to come open. Can you square and really press that right hip back? This is your left hip. Press it forward. Breathe into the stretch. And now bending your right knee, let's come up into that crescent low lunge. As you open up, give me a nice back bend. You're reaching over a beach ball with that upper back. And then release, framing this right foot. Curling your left toes. Now take your right leg back behind you. Peel open that hip, scorpion tail. Pressing your weight through your left hand and your right hand as you open up your right hip. And then come into your downward facing dog. Let's walk those hands back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Notice how you can kind of bend deeper now. And then let's come on up. Finding that mountain pose. And let's take a big walk up to the front of our yoga mat. We're nice and warm. Let's work a little bit of balance. Can you come onto your left leg? Can you bring your right knee up? So we call this one-legged mountain. Now, I'm going to bring my arms out forward and I'm going to extend that right leg out in front of me. Nice warrior 3. Bringing your hands out in front of you. Hinging from the hips, finding that balance right here. It's okay if your toe has to come down, come back up. So when you start to wobble, find something on the ground where you can use your breath. Inhale, and then exhale. Slow. Can you do this one more breath? Can you hold this one more breath? And now slowly come on up, and then dropping your right leg, coming into your mountain pose, hands at heart. Let's inhale, come into a chair pose. Sit it back. Open up the chest. So I'm in a chair pose. I'm squeezing like an imaginary beach ball in between my thighs as I open up the heart. Sit back in that chair. Can you give me another breath here? Building a little bit of strength. Now inhale, extended mountain. Bring those arms with you. Exhale into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come into that deep fold. Now this time, ragdoll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. And now let's do all of that on the other leg. Inhale, left leg comes up. Find that one-legged mountain. Using your breath, and now slowly extend that foot behind you. As you hinge from the hips, straight leg, just like we did in that warm-up, right? When we were in that tabletop. Now extend those arms out in front of you, finding your balance. Finding that spot in front of you to focus. Relaxing your face, relaxing your neck. Using your breath. Keep both legs straight. You got this. One more breath. And now inhale, come up to that mountain pose. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Woo. Let's do that chair pose. Chair pose. One more time. Inhale, sit back in that chair. This time, let's take those arms behind us. Let's take flight. Open up your chest. Sit in your chair. Can you sink it a little bit deeper? Can you squeeze those inner thighs together? Nice. Now inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop it back to a plank. Find that plank. Holding that plank. Now coming to your knees, bending your elbows, come all the way down. And then inhale, give me a nice cobra. Open up that heart. Exhale, melt it down. Inhale, press it up onto your knees. And let's go ahead and have a seat. Let's bring these knees into your chest. Find a little ball. Catch your breath. Using your legs so you can really lift your back, right? We don't want to be here. So if we have to, we can plant our feet and open up here. Now, can you take your ball and can you come into a boat pose right here? Again, if you feel yourself doing this, drop your feet. Working a strong core right here. Open up that heart. You can always bring your feet down. Can you give me 2 more breaths here? You got this. Exhale here. You're in your boat. It's okay to shake. You're using your core muscles. One more. And now bring those knees into your chest. Rock it back. Woo. Just give me a nice little rock. We're going to do that one more time. One more time. All right, here we go. Let's rock it up. Plant your feet. Bring your arms out. 1 leg, 2 leg in your boat pose. Right here. This is it. This is it. Can you take a little bit deeper? Open up the chest. Don't let that back round. Can you give me 1 more breath here? Can you take a little bit lower? You got this. You got this. And then bring your knees into your chest. Rock and roll. And then flatten your feet. Whew, catch your breath. And then let's go ahead and lift up our hips into a bridge pose. So my knees are in. Can you walk your feet in? Can you touch your ankles? Are you touching your ankles? Once you're touching your ankles, lift up your hips so your weight is on your back. Taking your hands underneath you, clasping your hands, I know it's hard to see me, and then wiggle those shoulders and lift up right here. So you're squeezing those inner thighs together just like you did in that chair pose, but now you're in a bridge pose. Open it up right here, feeling that stretch. And then releasing your hands, slowly rolling it down. And then bringing those knees into your chest, stretching it out. And then let's go ahead and extend our right leg long. Hug in this left knee. Give it a nice squeeze. And then let's take this left knee across the body. So now my left knee is not touching the ground. See, this is lots of space. I'm going to take my arms like cactus. I think we've done this before. And then look over your left shoulder. And just feel that nice twist through your spine. And then I want you to open mouth exhale right here. One more. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth exhale, bring it out. And then come back to center. Take those two peace fingers, grab onto your big toes, bending your knees, coming out to the side. Now, happy baby pose. We want a straight line from our knee to our ankle. And we're really pressing, my entire back is on the ground. Just feeling that stretch through your inner thighs. And then slowly release, hugging in your right knee now, extending that left leg long. Feeling that nice stretch. I'm gonna scooch over. There we go. Let's inhale here. Exhale, take this right knee across the body. Again, the knees not touching the ground. Take your arms, goalpost arms. Now is your right shoulder on the ground. So if you find yourself like this, come back. Bring that right shoulder. So your right knee is over to the left side of your body and you're looking over your right. Can you feel that nice twist? Let's inhale here. Exhale, open mouth, let out all your frustrations, everything. So right here, inhale that big, beautiful cleansing breath. And I want you to open mouth, exhale, ring it out, let out any frustrations you have, anything. Good job. Bring those knees into your chest. Hug it out. And then we're gonna grab onto the back of our legs and we're just gonna come up to a seated. Woo! We're just gonna end our practice today in seated. So just like a nice, easy seated. That was a lot of movement. That was a lot of strength, a lot of core today. So great job. Be proud of yourself. Maybe trying something new or pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Moving your body today. Stretching. So good. So sitting up nice and tall, finding that perfect posture. Let's go ahead and inhale as slow as we can. Taking our time. And then when your fingertips touch, I want you to hold your breath. Don't let it out. And then exhale, now let it out. So now I'm going to count. We're going to do that again. We're going to inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold for 4, 3. You got this. Don't let that breath out. And now I want you to exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So let's do that again. Big inhale. Pause at the top. Don't let your breath out. And now go as slow as you can and let that breath out. And now just sitting up nice and tall, take a moment. I just want you to notice how you feel. That's a calming breath. That's so good to do whenever you feel nervous, stressed, angry, upset. You can always breathe in and count to yourself for 4, and then you hold it for 4, and then you let it out for 6 or 7. Slower, and you can. That's just always something to have with you in your toolbox whenever you feel like you need to take a deep breath. Good job. All right, let's end with just one final regular breath today. Let's inhale, bring those arms up, watching your fingertips as the corners of your mouth come up in a smile. And then exhale, letting out all that breath, sealing in your beautiful yoga practice. So proud of you guys for rolling out your yoga mats with me. Great job. Thank you.